Welcome back, people.
Hi,
to
everybody.
The greatest show on the internet.
Greatest show on earth, baby.
How you feeling today, Alex? You ready? You ready? You ready to talk some Habs Bolts?
Yes, I've got my Jan Ruta Bolts jersey on right now, and I'm ready to go. As a Florida resident, sometimes I'm very excited to see the back-to-back. Hockey's coming home. Love to see it. Love to see the game growing in South Florida, Tampa Bay. Best fans in the league, man. You just can't beat it. You can't beat the atmosphere in Amalie Library, man.
Well, before we get into anything today, we first want to just open up by throwing our condolences out there towards the family of Kivlenix. That was
Matisse Kivlenix, man.
Awful tragedy.
Terrible news to wake up to yesterday, man. Yeah.
It was a difficult morning after that one. So yeah, deepest condolences.
I remember
friends and the Blue Jackets organization on that one.
Guy went like nuts. I forget what it was. Was it in a World Championship game against Canada?
Oh, and Latvia won that game?
And Latvia won, and he had an insane shutout. Only 24.
Way too soon.
Way too soon.
But now let's move on right away to Tampa, Montreal. And
this is probably the last Phaneuf Phanboys episode of the season, by the way. Because what's her name? The mayor of Tampa got her wish, and they choked hard at the Bell Center so that they can win in front of their fans in Game 5. Next thing she's going to ask is that they lose game number 6 if they win Game 5. Lose Game 6 so we can win in front of our home fans in Game 7.
And then Montreal was a 7. So we wanted to lose 7 because next year the Cup celebration would be a lot better.
True. So.
Perfect. But actually, no, this won't be the last episode of the season. We can always come back on and talk about how Duncan Keith is going to be in Edmonton Oil.
That's true. I can't wait until the free agency special. I can't wait until we have our Phaneuf Phanboys mock draft.
Oh wait,
I'm taking Alex Ranasaview first overall. Personally,
are we fully?
I think he's a great locker room presence.
The trade deadline special with the free agency.
The signing season special. No, Diego, and I'll tell you why. Because NHL free agency is garbage. NHL free agency sucks balls.
3 guys sign on the first day, and no one else.
Exactly. They're all gonna sign immediately, and then it's all contract extensions. To be fair, it's heated up, but it's not like the NBA where you have literally the entire league is a UFA. Actually, I don't know if they do UFA, RFA in the NBA.
I have no idea, to be honest with
you. Everybody in the league is a free agent after, every year. And then you get some sort of crazy shit. But here it's everyone's locked themselves up to an 8-year deal. And then finally it's oh my God, Steven Stamkos, his deal's up. Where's he going to go? Rumors swirling. Maybe he's going to Toronto. No, he's just going to sign a contract extension. Tyler Sagan's contract's up. Where's he going? Oh, Dallas. Still Dallas? Okay. That's cool. John Tavares. He's staying. He told them he'd stay.
Oh, cucked.
I'm very glad the Islanders lost that series.
Signed an awful contract with Toronto? Whoa.
No, shut up, bro. Chill. We're going to flip that deal in the 5th year.
2.
After we've won.
2.
I don't know. Seattle? I don't know.
Seattle.
They need veteran leadership presence. We need to make more cap room for when Matthews signs his ludicrous deal.
His $20 million a year, 8 years.
I think Austin Matthews deserves to be the most highest paid player in the NHL.
The most highest paid player. All right, so there. So
okay,
we see,
maybe they don't
the
want,
heavens.
Maybe this is the thing. The establishment does not want you to hear what I have to say right now. But I'm gonna speak. Austin Matthews deserves to be the highest paid player in the NHL right now. Not because he's the best. Not because Toronto has more money than Edmonton. but because he's the swaggiest player in the NHL. That's how you bring the NHL in the mainstream. Give this guy a lot of money and then tell him he needs to go and buy underprivileged kids skates. And we will grow the game.
Well, see, the heavens disagreed with you, I think, as we just saw.
Connor McDavid would never do that. If you gave Connor McDavid a lot of money, what would he do? He would get on Wealthsimple and invest. Be like, this is going to be great for my portfolio. Thank you, guys. And if you can't give that money to someone else, like, I don't know, one of those rock star type players like Tyler Seguin, because he would probably just spend it all on, like, I don't know what I'm allowed to say on the show anymore, Diego. I think everyone knows where I'm going. That's enough of that segment. Tyler Seguin doesn't do cocaine. Probably not.
Tyler, come on.
Yeah, Tyler, come on the show. You're the line with the boys.
Let's move on.
So because I don't even know how we got here.
Let's actually talk about that.
Because this was the Habs episode. Because this is our third Habs episode in a row. Because this is now the Sacre Bleu podcast.
We need Corey Perry on. Corey, come on.
We need Corey Perry on the show when he gets eliminated tomorrow night. I'm sure he can tell us all the perils of losing in the Stanley Cup final again.
I am still not even
Corey
ready.
Perils?
Tampa's won this cup, yes, but I'm still not ready to say that Tampa's won this cup.
I am, as a proud South Florida resident. I believe in my boys. I know.
As impossible as it looks for Montreal right now, I said they were out when Toronto won Game 2. Habs won that series, and I said, "Oh, Winnipeg will sweep them." And then they went to the third round, and I said, "Okay, but now they're playing a real team."
The difference. 1-1 series.
3-0 series.
3-0 series. You have to win 4 in a row. Montreal, I don't think won 4 games in a row the entire season. Probably not.
No, they did tell.
You can fact check me, and I will gladly be wrong.
Didn't they?
But for the sake of the argument, no, they won 2, lost 1.
Oh, I thought they
won 2, lost 1.
Okay, I don't know.
Once again, this is pure speculation. I'm not.
No, I don't know because they lost game to Toronto. No,
they took my school Chromebook away, so I actually can't fact check anything now. And everyone knows that I don't prepare for this.
I will fact check.
I'm sure they won 4 games in a row at some point. Not against Tampa, and I'll tell you why. Tampa has the brilliant analytical genius of Julien Brisebois. This absolute beautician has somehow found a way to let us
Steve Yzerman's
go
work, so.
like literally $16 million over the cap somehow. What do they even spend it on? I cannot wait until Steven Stamkos and Nikita Kucherov somehow die next season. And they sign Dougie Hamilton and then make the playoffs barely because they still have a goated roster. And then due to the cap circumcision or whatever, they get to play Stammer and Cooch, and now they have Dougie Hamilton. And they go back to back to back. And Patty Maroon goes back to back to back to back.
They did win 4 straight. From February 1st to February 6th. They beat Vancouver twice and Montreal. And Ottawa. Oh, wait, never mind.
They beat Montreal twice?
I read it wrong. Ottawa won one of those games. Never mind.
So basically, they never. Oh my God. I knew it. They don't win. They're not going to win, guys. And I think Habs fans know this. And I think Diego knows this deep down. But he's just not ready to admit it yet. I know that. Here's how to come to terms. I know you're all going to go through the 5 stages of grief. Number 1, denial. It's a 3-1 series. You can't count the Habs out, man. Did you not see what they did against Toronto? Or against the Jets? Or against a real team like Vegas?
Is that 4 I count? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Denial. This is bargaining right now.
Okay.
What we're witnessing Diego do right now, this is bargaining.
They didn't have a 4-game win streak this year, but in in May 2021, they had this 3-game win streak. After down 3-1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs in the series.
So this is bargaining right now.
Oh wait, wait, that's a 7-game win streak.
Oh yeah, they did have a 7-game win streak.
And did they win?
Did they win game night?
Oh, okay,
I'm pretty sure they did.
Was it 8? No, they lost. They got killed in game 1, 4-1.
No, yeah, they got fucked. Game 1, Colorado series.
Colorado.
I'm the Leonard tweet.
Oh.
Anger soon befalls upon the city of Montreal when they start flipping shit. They do that already. They're the riot police out yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And they disperse celebrations. I don't know why. I mean, they're only causing millions in property damage after every single Montreal game. It doesn't matter if they win or they lose. Depression is what you heard in Diego's voice, singing that song down 3-1 in the Stanley Cup Finals. And finally is acceptance, where we accept that the Tampa Bay Lightning are the best team in the league.
To be fair,
back-to-back, baby.
I'm just bandwagoning so hard right now because I realize next week I'm not going to give a single shit about the Montreal Canadiens.
I'm not. I've officially given up on the Toronto Maple Leafs. I love the Lightning. These are my favorite team. And as a proud South Florida resident, you guys know I love the Lightning more than anything, and I would die for like Yanni Gord and stuff.
I love John Cooper's post-game interview yesterday. I don't know if you heard it, but they were like, "So, what do you think the team could have done better?" And he goes, "Hit the post."
Not hit the post? Yeah.
Hit the post.
Yeah.
I was like,
John Cooper has always kept it a buck since he stayed in the league, and this is why. This is advice on how to keep your job. Featuring John Cooper. Well,
I can put Just
be yourself, man. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
Hit the post less.
Hit the post less. Just be yourself. You know, like, why do you think he didn't get fired after they got swept by Columbus? That's a fireable offense.
That is a fireable.
But he gets up there on the podium and he goes, "Kind of stunk it, didn't we?" And everyone's like, "Wow, you did."
True.
So true, man. This guy he knows what he's talking about, and he gets to keep his job and he gets to go back to back. All right.
Well, honestly,
now that we've dilly-dallied for so long.
Wait.
Diego wants to dilly-dally some more.
Last night, though, did you watch the game?
Yeah. Well, I watched the last minute, and then I watched for about 30 seconds in overtime because my sister took the TV and then put the Queen's Gambit on, so I had to watch my phone.
At the end there, when Shea Weber takes that high sticking penalty, I'm like, oh, it's done. There's the series.
It's over.
4 minutes of Tampa Bay power play.
And somehow they killed it.
Okay, that penalty kill in overtime was one of the best penalty kills I've seen. Like Tampa could not get into the zone.
Okay, but have you seen every team against the Toronto Maple Leafs from the point beyond like February 3rd? No. That was elite level penalty killing.
But you're killing penalties against Calgary, Vancouver.
But those garbage ass teams were somehow able to kill off. I was roasting the Leafs, Diego.
Oh, you're roasting your power play. I thought you were saying
not our power play, their power play. Don't associate me with that. I'm a proud South Florida resident.
I thought you were.
And I love the Lightning, and I love Jan Ruta.
I thought you were saying that their penalty kill was really good, and I was like,
no, the Leafs penalty kill was balls when it mattered. The Leafs, but it didn't matter because it doesn't matter to South Florida resident like me. So, what can I say?
Okay, so what were you gonna say? Enough dilly-dallying.
More left dilly-dallying. I'm going to talk about J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt. Cole Caulfield.
Why does this guy watch all the sports? It seems like this guy has to take on literally everything. Like, this guy had to take on, like, women's soccer the other day.
That's because his wife. That's because his wife was playing.
No, I bet he just watches it in his free time. He's like, oh boy, the NWSL is on.
Well, no, because his wife scored, then the ref said no goal, and it wasn't reviewed.
It was in, but they needed
VAR. I
VAR.
don't think there's VAR in women's.
Does women's soccer have VAR?
Maybe on the international level, but I don't think at club level.
Club level.
Oh.
We're getting fancy.
You know, like the fancy
club
term?
level.
Club level?
Well, yeah, but we don't call the NHL club level hockey. Club level ice hockey.
Okay, yeah, but that's because the NHL is the only it's NHL
but
and KHL.
Soccer's just pretentious a bit.
Soccer has 30 leagues to watch.
I've seen Talking Hockey. By the way, Talking Hockey. We should get those guys to come on the podcast. No, we should get those guys to. No. We should meet the Talking Hockey guys in real life, so I can beat the shit out of them.
There we go. Okay, I like this one.
Posted. We should get rid of They're like, God, I love the 56 game regular season. We should get rid of the 82 game, bring it down, and then have some tournaments or some shit.
No.
Who gives a fuck?
No.
That's my. Why would you ever want a tournament mid-season? Everyone's like, oh, look at soccer. It's only the most popular game in the world. It's like, they have actually multiple top-level leagues that are
And that's why tournaments work in soccer, because there's multiple top-level leagues.
If we went, it's you'd either be playing just tournaments against other NHL teams, and it's that's basically that's the regular season. Congratulations.
You're going to see this matchup anyway. This is nothing unique.
Or it's now presenting the Ottawa Senators versus the USPHL best team. You know why I didn't say a team name? The Worcester Railers?
Boston
By
College.
the way, funny name, but I digress. What does hockey need to do in order to have tournaments? Number 1.
Get another league.
Number 2, have as many people around the world give a shit about hockey.
And that one's not going to happen.
As they do about soccer.
And that one's never going to happen because hockey's an expensive sport to play.
It's true. And also in Europe, they have just way more population than over here. If they had one league... No, it just never would work. I hate talking hockey.
Welcome to our Talking Hockey hate episode.
This is the Talking Hockey podcast. Speaking of talking hockey...
We advertise Habs on the thumbnail. But then we don't talk about Habs Lightning.
It's time to talk about Habs Lightning with a little talking hockey spin.
We have become clickbaiters.
We actually are, but it's not really our fault because, to be fair, it's not our. I'm sure I had a point somewhere along here. It's not our fault because I forget why.
I can talk more about Habs. The Lightning are boring to talk about because they're just good.
No, they're not. They're great.
Exactly. So I don't know what else I can say except for the fact that they're $18 million over the cap.
Okay.
But
the Toronto Maple Leafs last year in the bubble were $15 million over the cap.
And they couldn't get through the play-in round.
And they still lost to Columbus.
But that's just funny, so I'm okay with it.
I'm not saying that what Tampa is doing is not ethically questionable.
Okay, my problem isn't with them being that much over the cap. It's my problem is how they did it, because Kucherov's been skating for months and he wasn't fit to play till the playoffs.
They're loopholing him.
They're loopholing him.
The loophole. Except Joffrey Lupul is kind of a bozo. Because the guy was he's like, I'm fit to play. Post a photo of him skiing. What does that have to do with anything? It's a black and white photo of you doing sexy skiing.
And then the NHL gave him a physical to check, and he failed.
They actually brought in independent, and then what's he gonna say? The Leafs paid off. No, you suck. I want Joffrey Lupul back. To be fair, I want to see how he stacks up in today's NHL because the game really has changed since 2013. Not much in the Leafs organization has changed since 2013. But the game has changed since 2013. Now, I want to know how Joffrey Lupul stacks up in today's NHL.
Can I just say that maybe the best decision of all time for Dom Ducharme was to scratch Eric Gustafsson and play an actual defenseman in Alexander Romanov.
Who would have thought that by not playing Eric Gustafsson, your defense gets tangibly better? Montreal should just rock 80s.
Not only did Romanov provide the goal, but he also played pretty good defense that game, believe it or not.
It's like...
Although Kulak did flub that goal so hard. Like, I don't know who I'd rather have there, Merrill or Kulak, if I'm the Habs.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
That spot is just... Because the tying goal...
Merrill, Kulak, and Sherratt are all balls.
Sherratt at least blocks shots, though.
Still balls.
Bad but block shots is better than bad. No?
I guess.
Yeah, see, there you go.
But still balls. The Habs have old-ass Shea Weber, who's kind of balls.
Yeah, he
Joel Edmondson, top 100 player, Joel Edmondson. Analytical darling Joel Edmondson. And Alex Romanov, who I thought was some sort of highly touted prospect.
He's just okay.
He's pretty good. I mean, you know.
Hey, he had a nice
shot. I thought this guy was the second coming of Gretzky or something. I was like, Habs fans are like, oh man, Caulfield and Romanov and the kids are all right.
We don't have cap space to sign them as soon as their ELCs are up because we're paying Shea Weber like $8 million.
Shane Weber.
How much is he making? Is it 8 or is it 6?
You ask me like I'm capfriendly.com.
Okay, well, I'm going to capfriendly.com.
While Diego learns how much Shea Weber is making, I'm going to talk to you about real analytical darling. Fucking
Joel Edmondson.
What's that guy's name? No, he's on the Habs, but he's basically not on the Habs actually because he is on the bench. He's Tomas Tatar.
So by the way, Shea Weber makes 7.8 on average until 2025, 2026.
Okay. Ooh. But at the same time, is Shea Weber worth $7.8 million?
Right now, no.
Before?
Maybe in like the first 3 years of this contract.
Weber?
He signed this contract, so this was carried over from Nashville, I guess, because he signed this.
Yeah.
He signed this in 2012, 2013 was the first year of this. So
they signed him to a 13-year deal just to flip him for PK Subban.
So he was probably worth that dollar amount until 2017-18, I'd say. No, too far.
Until he got to the Habs, honestly.
Until he got to the Habs. But he's still better than PK Subban, so...
Yes, but here's the thing.
It's not hard.
That trade started off as like, oh man, Subban, Nashville just fleeced them, and then Subban turned into shit. And then it's like, oh man, Bergevin was playing the long game, man.
Just like the St. Louis Blues.
They're
gonna win the cup.
Troy Brouwer.
Troy Brouwer.
Troy Brouwer.
Don't bring up that name in front of me.
And then it turns out they both suck.
Yeah. But I'd say Shea
Weber's David Poile.
Shea Weber's a little bit better, though, because he actually plays defense. Subban's just on the ice.
No, Subban is on the panel for ESPN talking about hockey. I think deadass Subban should just retire and become a full-time. Why? What's stopping him? He could probably make that money at ESPN. He could probably make more money at ESPN than he is playing for the Devils.
Well, especially because if he retires now, the Devils would still have to pay him until his contract ends, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's called passive income.
I knew that's where you were going to go with that. My brother was saying shit like that to me all day yesterday.
Oh, man.
If I had the choice of $10 billion right now or $1 a day for the rest of my life, I'd take the $1 a day because passive income.
That's passive income, guys. And that's what PK Subban would be earning while he's working at ESPN and still getting paid for the Devils for not doing anything.
Roberto Luongo, though.
He basically would. Roberto Luongo is
Aren't
the Sigma
the Nucks are
Mayo.
still paying him, right?
I don't know if the Canucks are still paying him. I know that Rick DiPietro is the ultimate Sigma.
He's still making like $1 million a year till like 2035, no? Or something like that?
The guy makes a lot of money for a lot of time. Doesn't have to work a day in his life. God, I love Rick DiPietro.
Friendly Rick DiPietro.
It's like I think it's 1.4 million until 2035.
This is funny.
Truly a Sigma on his grind, on his Sigma male octillionaire grind set.
I don't.
We were talking about Thomas Tatar, weren't we?
He's making.
Yeah, we were.
He's making 1.5 till 2029.
Oh man, I was close on the money. So the Islanders still got a few years left.
He signed a 16-year contract. Oh my god. That's really sad.
In what year? 2013?
Oh wait, no, it has to be longer because he signed September 12th, 2006 to a 15-year, and then I think it got.
But it's a buyout.
And then it was bought out, and that's why he's getting paid.
That's why he's getting paid forever.
So yeah, he signed a 15-year in 2006, and then 7 years later, that is, 7
Was
years
he even that good, or was it like
7 years later he was bought out? I don't know. I didn't hear about him until I heard about the baseball player that was having a similar situation.
Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, who's this guy? So.
Pietro. And it's both on the orange and blue teams in New York. The orange and blue little brother New York teams. Literally have the same thing. That guy, I don't care if you're talking hockey and you need to play Thomas Tatar so that your boner finally goes down and you stop getting blue balls from Ducharme. Listen. Thomas Tatar, watching him play, reminds me of myself in my final season of organized hockey. He skates around. He doesn't score, but the puck doesn't go in. And not a whole lot really happens.
But the puck doesn't go in.
On him. Watching Thomas Tatar play is like, and then sometimes you get like a little fireball, like eccentric action, and then it's like, oh wow, nothing came of that. And then he barely does anything. But when he does something, it's like, remember how good he used to be? On Vegas or some shit?
Some teams have it. Edmonton's about to overpay him like $6 million to come for like 2 years.
Honestly, so balls.
It's gonna be so funny.
I would be an analytical darling if they tracked those stats in house league hockey. In my last year, my Corsi would have been dumb. All right, I'd have blue. My chart would be blue because the puck didn't go in on me, and I was getting offensive chances. Couldn't finish.
Oh, that. Okay, go finish yours. Finish.
I'm saying, who would you rather have on your team now? Tomas Tatar or me? Tomas Tatar cap hit? $2 million. My cap hit?
A penny.
Negative like $700.
I'll pay you to play.
Because I had to pay to play hockey. Maybe if you give me like, I don't know, feed me before the game. And if I do something nice, everyone pitches in and buys me a steak meal. I'm worth more than Tomas Tatar dollar value.
Well,
because we do exactly the same thing. I think I would deadass have the same exact impact if you drop me in Tampa for Game 5 as if Tomas Tatar played. That guy is bad.
Well, speaking of analytics and Edmonton overpaying for a bad player, this Alex knows exactly where I'm going with this one.
Top 100 all-time player is coming home.
No, the way you're talking about the analytics and stuff reminded me of an interview with Keith earlier this season. After a game, they're like, "Oh, we noticed you had a lot of shots on goal. Are you looking to shoot more?" And he like dead ass replies, like, "Trying to raise my course eye or whatever you guys call it."
He gets it.
He gets
because
it.
everyone knows that the higher your Corsi Fenwick X shits per fart per game is,
the more money you make.
The more money you make when you're getting paid by nerds like Kyle Dubas. Hockey men GMs, nobody cares. Even Kyle Dubas probably doesn't even care that much.
I cannot wait for how many teams take a Bergevin philosophy now. It's going to be so funny. It's going to be so funny.
It's going to be great because if everybody does that,
then
there's going to be like 3 teams that realize that that's actually really bad. And it's going to be like Tampa, Toronto, and Florida.
Actually, Alex, you should be scared as a Leafs fan. Because I think if any team starts adapting to a Bergevin philosophy, it's Toronto.
No. I'm not a Leafs fan, though. I'm a South Florida resident, and I'm cheering for the Lightning. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, if Leafs fans are worried, Jan Ruta fans speaking to you right now, guys, don't even worry about it. Leafs will never get more grit and grind. They'll never get more grit and grind. Here, I'll tell you why.
Well, because the grit and grind's not the issue with Toronto. It's just their philosophy, period.
The philosophy is...
Remember, I had my little rant about that formerly.
Diego did. He's like, if you want to, please go watch the older episodes.
Everything needs to change.
And sign our petition.
Go watch. Go watch.
Diego, I'm starting a petition, by the way.
Oh, what's your petition?
Change.org petition to get us on the Sportsnet panel.
I think we talk more logic than Cassie Campbell-Pascal and Anthony Stewart.
CCP and Stu can come run this show.
Well, yeah, we'll trade places. They can be the fanboy.
And we'll get on the panel for Wednesday night's game.
Well, you see, Elliot, you know...
I'm personally a fan of Stu. I liked him last year.
I liked him last year. I don't like him this year, though.
Why not?
I just feel like he became very brain dead this year. They had him on the playoff last year, and he was like a fresh take, and a lot of stuff he said made sense. And then he did the regular season this year, and I was like, oh no.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
As soon as he said, if I had to start a team, I'm personally taking Austin Matthews over Connor McDavid because I like goals. That's when the oh no flag went up.
Okay, here's the thing. They have to stop hiring hockey players to do this. Because everyone knows that if you played hockey in the league,
and your name
if you were good enough,
we're not talking about Kevin BX.
Kevin BX is great. Yes, Kevin BX is great analyst. I did an impression last week of Kevin BX, right? I'm pretty sure I remember that, and it killed. It was good. Please go watch that. My paycheck is just straight up not enough to pay for college, guys. Please. Anyways, that's actually a lie.
Subscribe.
Do not fire me, job. Subscribe. Phaneuf Phanboys. Or I'm gonna be working ice cream at Dairy Queen forever.
You wait.
By the way, Diego, I'm coming to Dairy Queen. I'm coming to DQ.
Oh yeah.
Happy tastes good.
Happy tastes good, indeed.
Or I will go work at the drive-in.
Oh, okay. Should not put it over my head.
Speaking of Dairy Queen, guys, do you ever want to go out and get some ice cream, but you're like, damn, I look hideous?
All the time.
Do you ever want to support some Dairy Queen employees that are just trying to make a bag on their side hustle?
All the time.
All the time. Then I think that you need Love You Too Cosmetics.
What's
the sponsor of today's episode. Love You Too Cosmetics is a fair trade, organic, makeup brand that makes you look pretty and feel good because there are no children in sweatshops making your cosmetics. This is all handmade and it's not tested on animals, I'm pretty sure.
It's not.
Because I met Lizzie and she seems like a person who likes animals. She does. And if they tested on animals, she'd be mad.
Is there any way that I could have a discount on these products?
What are you, poor?
Hey,
I mean, you could, but that's true. That's fair enough. In order to get your discount, What sounds like a reasonable percentage discount, Diego? What are you thinking?
I don't know. If you were to ask me, I'd say somewhat like 15%.
Your wish is my command. If you want 15% off of your Love You 2 cosmetics, guys, please use the code PP15 at checkout. That's P as in Pernell Carl. But no, P as in Pernell Carl, and then the other P as in Phaneuf.
And then
1515 yes. As in the Maple Leafs record in the playoffs since I was born.
1-5.
1-5. Playoff series record. Well, if we don't count the Columbus series. And so PP15 to check out for your Love You 2 cosmetics for all your cosmetic needs. If you want to look good going outside. Thank you very much for listening to this unpaid promo. It's because none of you guys. Montreal in 7. If you buy Love You 2 cosmetics, Montreal will win in 7. If you use our discount code.
That's a promise.
Gary Bettman will uncircumcise the cap or whatever. And Tampa can never do this bullshit again.
Is that a better? Is that where
that's the one that went. Yep, that's the one I wanted.
That's the correct one.
If you buy with code PP15 enough that we actually get compensated finally.
I think that's like, I don't remember, like 3 or 4 people, please.
3 to 4 people do this, then the Leafs will win a playoff series within the next 10
don't
to
do it
15
then. That's okay.
years.
We don't need the compensation. Don't.
Okay.
No.
Fine.
Back out.
Are you seriously? You don't want to like get compensated for it, and then we can both go and buy like dollar cones at McDonald's with our hard-earned shilling money?
That actually sounds like a great time.
She sounds like a great time. Me and
like
Diego.
a great time, bro.
And we got driven there.
Okay, let's change topic for Alex. Something he regrets on
before
the internet.
I say something I regret. Lizzie is always sober when she drives. Now, disclaimer.
That was a true
That's
statement.
actually a fact when I say that. Yes, I don't know why it sounded so sarcastic.
Anyway.
Cole Caulfield
has not done shit.
Underrated overtime hero yesterday. If he didn't fan on that puck and miss Vasilevsky, Vasi would have covered it.
And then Tampa probably did he just get a bad shot?
It was just bad.
It was just a bad shot. He didn't fan on it because the rebound came out for Anderson, no?
It's true. Josh Anderson. I can't wait for him to go to hibernation for the rest of the series, and it's like, man.
Well, at least he's got more points than Patrick Maroon now.
It's true. Definitively.
He's got one more.
Because they were both at 0, and then I break out games by their standards. See, I'm yawning because this series is boring, and Tampa's gonna win.
Also, this makes me realize that Patrick Maroon researches his trash talk.
It's true.
Because he was like,
and that's why he's like
points as me. What So he knew.
He knew.
That's kind of crazy. It's kind of.
Buddy, I'd stop talking when I'm getting paid $1.318 million more than you per season, man. Through 2022. Google me on Cap Friendly, you dick.
Wait, how much does he make? Maroon. I know Josh Anderson is making his
25. Patrick Maroon gets paid $14.25 an hour.
Patrick Maroon is making $900,000.
Yeah, okay, he is getting paid $14.25 an hour.
Josh Anderson is making 5 times the salary.
Can we talk about how cracked rookie contracts in the NFL are?
I do not know about contracts in any sport except for hockey.
Well, Trevor Lawrence, the first overall pick, signed his rookie deal, and it was like $30 million.
Like total or per year?
Total, over like 4 years.
That's still crazy.
That's insane.
Huh.
The best first overall pick of our generation got 950,000.
No, it's 925, isn't it? Isn't it 925?
Oh yeah, 925. And you know what he did in his first game? He scored 4 goals. Call me when Trevor Lawrence gets 4 touchdowns.
The episode today.
In his first game. Diego, I can't even see the clock. I actually don't know how long we've been talking for.
It's 12:40, so we've been on for a good 40-something minutes.
A good 40-something minutes. It's time for the new Phaneuf Phanboys segment.
The new Phaneuf Phanboys segment. Hit me with it.
Closing remarks.
Maybe I'll put in enough effort to get a transition for that one day.
Oh. Diego, this is how the game works.
Okay.
You will say one sentence, but leave out the final words, and I will have to guess where you are going with it.
Ooh.
So one sentence that will, that whatever you're thinking hockey related, and I'll have to go with this. And try and finish the sentence.
The Montreal Canadiens coming back from down 3-0 against Tampa Bay to win the Cup is still more likely than...
anyone using code PP15 at checkout.
Sure. Yeah. Right. More likely than anyone seeing this video and subscribing.
Didn't we literally gain a subscriber from last week's episode?
Gained a subscriber from last week's episode.
So guess what, guys? You can go suck it. Phaneuf Phanboys is almost at 20, which means Graph. Once we get to 20, I'm pretty sure Diego made this promise in like the 3rd ever episode. But once Phaneuf Phanboys gets to 20 subs, Diego has to like get body paint of Dion Phaneuf jersey on himself and then go shirtless for an episode or something. I remember this. I remember this crystal clear, Diego.
I don't remember this, so I will not do it. I will not unless
I remember this.
Unless Alex.
This is exactly what happened.
Unless Alex clips it.
I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna clip it.
Shows me the proof.
I'm gonna clip it.
I will not be doing that.
I'm gonna clip it.
You're gonna clip it?
Diego's gonna do that. Please, guys, get us to 20. Share us with your mom. Share us with your dad. I know there's a lot of hot moms out there.
Share this with your makeup connoisseur.
Share this with your makeup connoisseurs so that we can finally get paid for all this free advertising.
Thanks for listening to us talk bullshit for 40 minutes. I'm gonna chill, like, comment, and subscribe.
And do the graph.
I did the graph.
Make us happy, guys.
The graph was there.
Final closing remark from me. Habs in 7 for Canada.
You didn't leave a blank. I'm sad.
Well, oh my bad. Okay. Alex Ranasaviev is a...
South Florida resident.
Yes, he is a South Florida resident. Go Bolts, baby. I was joking.
Go Bolts.
Tampa 5. Go Bolts. And Mayor Gene or whatever. Thank you for letting us witness the Stanley Cup final win at home. South Florida is home. I miss it. I hate this country.
Go Bolts and goodbye.